Hello, Captain. Long time no see. How are your kids? Still not a fan of small talk, I see. It seems like everything, yet nothing has changed at all at the same time. Perhaps it's the fact I'm on the other side of the palace walls. I never thought I'd be back here. Especially in this position. Our kingdom hasn't engaged in war in, what, almost 70 years at this point. However long, it's been the better part of a century. I'm just confused as to why Father chose now to wage this war. I apologise, you probably don't want to hear my grievances. I think I'm going to be going back to my tent until dinner time. What was that, Captain? The strategy tent? Why? I'm in no position of power anymore. I'm just a soldier. Well, I'd be more than happy to give my input on the situation. Lead the way. Hello, generals. Good to see you all again. I see you are also not fans of small talk. Straight to business. Do we know where the enemy troops are? It seems like they're going the long way around the valley. They don't want to be in a position to be ambushed. I'd bet you anything they have troops stationed there. Probably more than you would think. The valley is still their territory, so they have the advantage. And I think whatever troops are going around the valley are just a distraction. Do we know how large that group is? Well, I would assume they'd have maybe even 3 times that approaching the valley right now. If we go and attack that group on the side of the valley, then the troops in the valley will either come around and attack us from behind, or just rush straight through to the kingdom. Either way, it's a vulnerable position. I think our best option is just wait. We don't want to rush into this war, or we'll be caught off guard. Do we have scouts on the other side of the valley, across the river? Okay. I say we send a few scouts to the valley, to get bearings on their position, but I also want scouts on the far side of the valley, by the river. I know it doesn't make much sense to split our army 3 ways, but that's what they want us to think. There's no way they won't use the valley and the river to their advantage. If we send our troops to only one of those locations, we're going to be ambushed by the others. I'll say it again, I think our best bet is to play the waiting game. We wait until they get impatient and start moving. Eventually they'll converge, and that's when we take them all at once. I get what you're saying about divide and conquer. I hear what you're saying about divide and conquer, but that puts them in a position to divide and conquer us. We'd be fighting on foreign land. We would be the group with the more casualties. Look, the captain asked my input, I'm giving my input. Just think about what I've said, and then think about the families of all your troops. Now if you'll excuse me, I am quite famished. I'm going over to the dining hall. Once again, I suppose I'll eat alone. Can't stand the look of betrayal these soldiers give me. I suppose it is justified. This war was largely my fault. But it's my father's fault. He planned all this. But these men can't know that, or they'll just turn on themselves, and I'll truly have no chance. So I'll just bear this blame for now, until we win this war. Maybe then I'll tell them all the truth, if I survive. No, I can't think like that. I am going to survive. Have to. I promised Doe I would find her again, and I'm not one to... and I'm not going to break that. What I wouldn't give to look in her eyes again. All I have now are charcoal drawings. I was never one to draw, but can't stand not seeing her. Oh, hello, soldier. I didn't see you there. Yeah, take a seat. What's your name? It's nice to meet you, Henry. Yes, the rumors you've heard are true. I'm the Crown Prince, or at least I was. I'm happy to be here as a soldier, fighting along my men. Oh, my drawing. It's just a girl I met once. I can't get the image of her eyes out of my head. She had the eyes of a fawn, big and beautiful and full of wonder. My drawings hardly do her justice. I apologize, you probably don't want to hear about this. Why don't you tell me about yourself, Henry? You would like to hear about this girl. Why is that? She looks familiar to you. That's rather odd. Well, I suppose it's just a drawing, and I'm not as amazing at drawing as I wish I was. I met her out in the woods. I set a snare trap to catch food, but I caught her instead. She was always so clumsy yet graceful at the same time. I remember when I cut the snare off and she stood up, almost staggered like a young deer. And that's where I gave her the little nickname Doe. She's strong, she's brave, she has an amazing sense of humor. She never failed to cheer me up with her witty jokes. She's always so easy to talk to. She came from a noble family, so I felt as if she truly felt for my grievances. I've never met another woman like her. No, never. When I was a prince, I had just so many connections. So many women between the balls and events, the politics. Even just in the village. And they were all beautiful, but not in the same way. This girl, my Doe, she is beautiful in a different way. She doesn't flaunt her beauty. She would rather be recognized for her smarts. She moves so effortlessly through this world, and there is not a single person that would regret meeting her. Yes, I do love her. But I never got the chance to tell her myself, and I regret not doing so sooner. Oh, you remember where you saw her? Tell me, Henry, who does this woman remind you of? A wanted poster? What do you mean? Yes, please show me. I'm not sure I'm understanding you correctly. Wait a second. Henry, who is this girl? A princess from another kingdom? Like, the one we're waging war against? Well, why is she on a wanted poster? With a bounty of 20,000 gold pieces? She went missing. Like, ran away. Kidnapped her? So what, they think we're holding her hostage as a war prisoner? This is not good. This conflict goes way deeper than I could have ever imagined. What do you mean, what do I mean, Henry? You were right. This is my Doe. She ran away. She was with me in the woods for months. I already know my father is going to use this to his advantage. I can't even imagine what horrible things are going through his head right now. Henry, thank you for your help. I have to go speak to the generals. It was great meeting you. I'm sure we'll speak again soon. Captain, I know where the princess is. Yes, the one from the other kingdom. The one I was meant to marry. She's back in the woods where I was found. Yes, with the barbarians. And the king has known that all along. When I ran off, the king sent a spy after me. To keep an eye on me and report the location when the time was right. There's no way the king doesn't know where the princess is. He let the other kingdom believe that we kidnapped the princess to fuel this pointless war. All he wants is bloodshed. Captain, we must convince the king to sign a treaty with the other kingdom. We have a chance to stop this war, or else there'll be tens of thousands of lives lost in vain. Yes, we have to stop this war. Gaining land is not worth the pain she's going to go through. Captain, you don't understand. I love her. She ran off just like I did, and I met her in the woods. I can't even stand the thought of her being hurt for the sake of the king. No, he is not my father anymore. He renounced my crown, and so I will disown him. He was meant to be my father, but instead he's practically enslaved me. He's used me as a pawn in his little game, and he's using you too, Captain. He's using all of us. We have to at least try to sign a treaty on the account of her being returned back to them. If only I could go back in time, I would put a stop to all of this. This is not a mutiny. I have said nothing of overthrowing the king. Even so, imagine if my father were not the king. He would be killed for the crimes he is committing. We can't let him get away with this. Please, Captain. You're the only one who has true power in this situation. The king will hear you out. Maybe you can convince him. Captain, you have to at least try. For all these innocent men, you're about to get killed for nothing. Oh, Your Majesty. I'm sorry I didn't see you. You snuck up on us a little bit. The captain and I were just chatting about strategy. Would you care to join us in the strategy tent? Here, Your Majesty. You can see that we've spotted the enemy troops camping on the left side of the valley. I suppose that would mean there are troops in the valley, positioned to ambush us, as well as a small group by the river here. The scouts are on their way as we speak. We should know of their position in a few days. I suggested we wait until the enemy converges, then we take them head on. I think there would be less casualties on our side that way. We have the men and the resources to take this head on. What do you mean I'm wrong? How could you possibly know? You were the one who had me educated. You should know I'm the master strategist who can predict even a pen dropping. And why would there be enemy troops anywhere near the village? That doesn't make any sense at all. The scouts would have alerted us by now. The village on the other side of the river. Do you think they're going to attack us laterally? But then they'd be attacking the prisons, not the palace. That's where the princess is being held. You don't mean... No. You wouldn't. You couldn't have. There's no way you have her. You're bluffing. I swear, Father, if you hurt a single hair on her head, I will overthrow you myself. I will take the throne back, the one that's rightfully mine. No, I didn't give up on the throne. I gave up on you. I gave up on hoping you would be the father I needed. Father, I love her. Why are you doing this to me? What did I ever do? Shame on you. Mother must be weeping in her grave. I will talk about Mother all I want to, because she wouldn't stand with the monster you've become. Fine, put me away. Put me in the prison where you're keeping her. Lock me away forever. The dungeons? No, you wouldn't. Let go of me, you pig. I have done nothing to you. No, no. Please, Father, I'll fight. I promise, I won't make any more trouble for you. I promised I'd find her again. Lost the privilege of being a soldier. Why would you do this? What's even in it for you? All you want is power, and you'll put that above your own son. Well, I'm no son of yours. Lock me away and see what happens. I'll come back for you. It is the afternoon before this goes live, and I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you for all of your continued support, watching, record support on Patreon as a matter of fact, and just being the reason I'm still able to keep doing this, you know? I probably would have, dropped off a long time ago if it wasn't for all of you keep pushing me to do my best. So, thank you.